Well, we're only 16 days into the new year, and already we're being bombarded by idiots weighing 1,600 pounds. That's right, lads and lassies. The new year is upon us, and to everyone's surprise, the fat acceptance movement has kept up. And it's already ruining my 2020. This time there's some new controversy around weight loss coach Jillian Michaels apparently fat-shaming the pop singer Lizzo. Yeah, your movement may have hit a new low when the truth is suddenly considered fat-shaming. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite skinny fat lesbian Hunter Avalone here, back with another video. Today we are dealing with the resurgence of the cursed social movement, fat acceptance. Now, I have been making videos on this subject for years now, and every time that I have to make another fat acceptance video, I am praying to the spaghetti monster that it is the last video I have to make. But like clockwork, the fat acceptance movement rears its ugly head and squeezes yet another video out of me. Yeah, this subject makes me almost as reluctant as a fat person putting down the last donut. Now, we are going to get into this story in just a moment, but first, guys, I have some exciting news. Me and my wife and my child are moving. But like always, with moving, there are a lot of one-time costs. So we've started a GoFundMe. If any of you guys want to help support me and my family buying a house, now is the time to do it. If we reach our goal, I will produce an entire liberal kids short film that will be uploaded to my YouTube channel for all of you guys to watch. So if you want to help support our move, please visit the GoFundMe link in the description below. If not, completely fine. Anyway, let's get into this story. It's a story of truth, bravery, and chaos, and it all begins with Lizzo. Now, if you don't know who Lizzo is, don't worry. Lizzo is a singer-songwriter/rapper known for her songs Truth Hurts and Juice. She's also known for something else, being extremely overweight to the point of being unhealthy, yet she's glorified as a body-positive goddess by her delusional fans. Now, if you're overweight, who really cares? I don't care. I mean, this is America. If you want to order a Big Mac dipped in chocolate syrup, I'm not gonna judge. However, I do take issue when the fat acceptance movement or the body positivity movement begins celebrating and glorifying unhealthy lifestyles. And this is where we meet Jillian Michaels. For the homeschoolers watching this video, Jillian Michaels is an American personal trainer, businesswoman, author, and television personality from Los Angeles, most famous for starring on the NBC show The Biggest Loser. The other day, she made her first mistake by appearing on a BuzzFeed interview when the interviewer brought up Lizzo and how celebrating unhealthy bodies is somehow awesome. I don't know, but Jillian Michaels had a very reasonable response.
And I love celebrities like Lizzo or Ashley Graham who are really preaching self-acceptance.
I love her music.
Yeah,
100%. I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's a cool, awesome chick.
Yeah, and I love that they're putting images out there that we normally don't get to see, of bodies that we don't get to see being celebrated. And
But why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
well, I want to ask you.
I'm just being honest. Like, I love her music. Like, my kid loves her music. But there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad that she's overweight. Like, why do I even care? Why is it my job to care about her weight?
I completely, wholeheartedly agree with what Jillian Michaels said. Lizzo's body is unhealthy, so why are we celebrating it? Of course, learning to accept yourself when you don't fit in is something worth celebrating. But if I jump off a building and break my leg, well, I no longer fit in. But I did that to myself. And I shouldn't be celebrating my unhealthy body, I should be seeking medical attention immediately. Now, on the flip side, one can certainly argue that Lizzo's body is none of our business, but when she becomes a body positivity symbol, her body kind of becomes everyone's business. Of course, Jillian Michaels' comments were greeted by a large blowback, with plenty of people crying and suggesting that this professional fitness trainer was fat-shaming Lizzo by daring to suggest fat people are at a statistically higher likelihood of developing diabetes. I hate it when facts start fat-shaming. Although Jillian admits she really regrets dragging Lizzo into all this, probably because Lizzo's fans are the insufferable yes queen stans who fill the void their father left with an unhealthy obsession of a celebrity. But she is not backing down, and Jillian is standing her ground when it comes to the angry Twitter mob.
I meant every word. Number one, I was an overweight kid. So think of me as though we're in AA, right? And I'm the person that's been sober 20 years. I'm gonna be your best sponsor because I understand this thing from every angle.
Jillian Michaels responded to the controversy by issuing a statement on Instagram. As I've stated repeatedly, we are all beautiful, worthy, and equally deserving. I also feel strongly that we love ourselves enough to acknowledge that there are serious health consequences that come with obesity. Heart disease, diabetes, cancer, to name only a few. I would never wish these for anyone, and I would hope we prioritize our health because we love ourselves and our bodies. This is perfect. This is exactly what I've been saying when it comes to this issue, and I really respect Jillian Michaels for standing her ground, for standing up and telling the truth despite the hurt feelings everywhere. I've always said that when it comes to the fat acceptance movement, you'll work to improve yourself and live a healthier lifestyle if you love yourself. Of course, there is some nuance here as well. For example, if someone's just a little chubby, it doesn't necessarily mean they have diabetes. And I certainly am against bullying anyone because of their weight. But there's a, pardon my pun, large difference between bullying someone for their weight and celebrating someone for their weight. When the Twitter mob struck, even the BuzzFeed interviewer was attacked for refusing to challenge Jillian's controversial comments. What I was going to say here is that Lizzo has been incredibly important in giving so many of us a positivity model for accepting our bodies as we are and celebrating bodies that are normally ridiculed. Had to restrain myself from defending Lizzo's honor. So let's go ahead and dissect this, because I agree with some of her statement, but near the end she just goes off the rails. First of all, it's true that fat people are oftentimes ridiculed for their bodies. This, of course, is a bad thing. There's even data suggesting that doctors are more likely to misdiagnose fat people. This is an issue as well. I don't want overweight people to be bullied. This helps no one. But she goes full idiot when she starts suggesting we should celebrate the bodies that are usually ridiculed. It's not black and white, it's not either or. Think of this much more like a spectrum. On one side, you have the idiots who bully fat people and treat them like garbage. And on the other side, you have the idiots who are so worried about possibly hurting a fat person's feelings, they would rather not tell them the truth and instead celebrate their body. I think we should aim to be somewhere in the middle. Don't bully people, but don't be afraid to tell the truth about the health problems that can arise from being overweight. It's ignorant and illogical to celebrate unhealthy bodies, and you can be kind and considerate while also remaining truthful. Although I probably don't agree with everything Jillian Michaels has ever said about the fat acceptance movement, when it comes to this story specifically, I think Jillian Michaels is right on point, and she also remained pretty respectful. At the end of the day, it's important to remember that this is a discussion about health and not so much weight. Although Lizzo didn't directly comment on the controversy, she did make a statement on the heels of the controversy, which seems fitting for a response. When asked how she feels about kids liking her music, she said, "I love the fact that kids love me because I'm making music to make us better, to make us smile, to make you love yourself. And I think that children need that more than anything so that they can teach the next generation how to love themselves. Love your body." On its surface, I agree with this statement. I mean, we live in a sad, dark, dismal world, and positivity, music to make us smile, it's nice to have. It's also extremely important that you love yourself, that you love your body, but as Jillian and I have been saying, if you love yourself, you'll also work to improve yourself. I think this right here is one of the major flaws with the fat acceptance movement. It takes a universally agreed upon statement such as, "Hey guys, we should love ourselves. And they use that almost like code for, you're perfect how you are. Don't change even if you're unhealthy. Any consequences you experience due to your poor life choices are society's fault. Then when people criticize the movement, it can say, what's wrong with people loving themselves? It's really a crying shame when all it takes is a fitness expert, let me say that again, a fitness expert criticizing obesity for a bunch of fat people to start playing the victim and a bunch of virtue signaling deadbeats on Twitter to start shilling for the offended fat people. Facts aren't fat phobic, you're just sensitive. It's sad to say, but the fat acceptance movement has hit a new low.